And Tenaha right now is getting beat by St. Augustine, 28-7.
Team you picked. And somebody else didn't pick. Yeah.
I'm just thinking of Tenaha of the past, I guess. I'm living in the past.
I've got Liberty Ilo with 13-21 against Atlanta. So
Fighting back.
yeah, still early. They've got playmakers. It's just they've gotta quit turning the ball over, making penalties. They make it harder on themselves than it should actually
I enjoy
be.
watching both of them teams, but I'm really pulling for LE. My son graduated from LE last year, played for LE. I'm really pulling for LE to get their first win.
How could you not pull for LE when you meet Coach King?
Yeah,
He's a really nice guy. First year, tough schedule.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's got a young team. I'm just hoping it makes him stronger next year, if not later in this year.
Experience is going to do that for you. Absolutely.
Well, they're hanging in there. They got a real shot tonight.
I'm still scrolling through scores, trying to pick up on some other scores.
Do we have a Longview? Is it
Dew Springs up on Tatum, 21-13. Which kind of surprises me. But again, Tatum's down this year.
The Maud Cardinals taking on Honeygrove. Not doing too well, 54-22.
How's the DCAB game going?
Dangerfield was up.
I think they were up 1 point at half, 22-21.
I figured that was going to be a pretty tight, close
I
game.
thought so too.
Really competitive.
Let's see what
It says that Longview is up on West Monroe at half.
Mount Vernon's up on Winsboro.
I think that was kind of a blowout, wasn't it?
Ain't that where Coach Bryles coaches now?
Yes.
I hear they're undefeated, aren't they?
I think so.
I think they are.
Yes, but now, have y'all heard about Mount Vernon going to, they're going, already looking into some allegations with Art Bryles cheating at this point?
I don't think it's I think it had to do with eligible players. But then I've read somewhere where the UIL had agreed to those players. So it might just
Well, that's
be
good. He doesn't need any more Antonio Brown type drama.
I will say, though,
just
when you
allegations.
get a target on your back, though,
Yeah,
they just keep
they're
coming.
going to be looking for
They just
stuff.
keep coming. Antonio Brown, rightfully so, though. I'm just going to throw that out
We
there.
won't even talk about him on this show.
Spring Hill is up on Rusk at half, 14-0. So at least Spring Hill, they're scoring points. Rusk still looks like they're struggling. They've struggled the first 3 games with scoring.
We mentioned Hooks and Cooper earlier. Hooks is doing their thing, 30-0.
I thought Hooks would win, but I didn't know a whole lot about the other team.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Band looks good.
So we've still got about 18 minutes left before the end of half. So you ladies better start talking. We're just going to keep going through scores, updating scores. Trinity High School Trojans 20-3 over John Tyler. They just don't have much offense this year.
It's struggled for them this year.
Poteet is over 13-7 over Tyler Lee.
New Boston down 21-8 to Carlisle.
Ooh. I know that Sabine earlier this year,
Is Arkansas high off this
they
weekend?
tore up Carlisle.
I think so. I think they're back against
2 weeks in a row,
Magnolia.
though, aren't they? Someone said they had a weird 2 weeks off in a row. Schedule.
Yeah.
That happened last year with state championship team. Sorry, I went blank right now.
For that play, Cuero?
Not Cuero.
West Orange Start?
No.
Oh.
We played them. Gilmer, Pleasant Grove.
Newton.
Newton, thank you, Newton, because no one would actually agree to play Newton. They couldn't find games, so they had 2 weeks off last year.
That's what they were thinking the thing was with Arkansas High, because they're so far in southwest Arkansas that they would have to travel, and nobody really wanted to travel. So they didn't have any preseason games, played a game, and then were off 2 weeks. So it was basically like you were starting, the season twice.
Wow.
Because they had so much time off.
I kind of feel sorry for those players just because I know I wouldn't want to miss one opportunity to play a game.
Yeah.
You know, your senior year and to have less games to play. It's kind of sad.
Got James Bowie over in Sims taking on Bowles High School, 10-0 for James Bowie.
How's Redwater doing?
I haven't seen Redwater. Paul
Redwater's-
Pewett's up 23-13 on Wascom.
So
Pretty close.
Paul Spot, well, I don't know. Up to date.
Harris is struggling. Who are they playing?
Who were they playing? Who's paired?
Mount Pleasant, I believe.
7-2?
I was, yeah.
7-2.
That's what, and
That's what it says.
7-2 at half, but I don't know if
I don't
that
know if that's correct.
is legit or not because my phone is kind of delayed on some scores.
So Kobe Webster had another score for Texas High. Sellers and Cooper hooked up for the 7-0 and the 14-0. So Pleasant Grove second half. I mean, it's pretty clear they're a superior team on this. Tony, what do you think? If you were the head coach, well, what do you think you'd be doing in the second half here?
I would just run the ball, speed the game up, get it over with, get out of here without any injuries.
Yeah. Same thing for you?
I'm like the energy drink, full throttle. I'm putting a few more touchdowns up, at least a couple more touchdowns.
Let's talk to some girls that have some experience that we don't. What would y'all do?
Okay, I'm gonna go to you first.
Well, I was saying to the panel earlier that they are pounding A and B gap a lot, and that what makes it so difficult is they pound that for like 3 downs or 2 downs, and then they pitch it outside, and that's just lethal. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see that pitch more because it is working so well for them this first half.
I feel like in the first quarter especially, they threw the ball more. I think they'll go back to some of that potentially in the
How about Marcus Burris, that touchdown pass?
Oh, we were talking about that earlier.
That was the play of the game.
Yeah.
That was my favorite play of the year, man. I love
We
it.
like Marcus, man. I got that video off for real. Yeah, man, I don't know if I'm going to post it, though. You see what he said?
Did somebody ask about the Redwater score? I could have
did.
swore somebody did.
Yes.
22-12, Redwater.
Redwater winning?
Yeah.
Redwater very young.
How's
Are they
Hooks
playing?
doing?
I'm not sure. Somebody sent it to me.
Hooks was winning big.
Yeah,
right?
Hooks was playing pretty good.
I think
30-0,
by 30,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Keep it up, Hooks. I want to make a game out there to Hooks. I check their internet, though.
I'm glad Redwater's up, man. A kid that I've coached for years, Preston Davis, is the young quarterback out there. He's already got a D1 offer to play baseball, and that's what he's probably going to do. But he's a heck of a quarterback. They're just a very young team.
Yeah. So we know Arkansas High has off.
Yeah.
Texas High's doing a Kilgore like we thought they would. This Liberty Idol Atlanta game,
It's getting interesting.
Yeah, it's
I didn't expect that. I knew Atlanta was good when we watched them play. I wasn't expecting them to have LE on the ropes. I thought LE's competition has just been so good. You know what I mean?
LE's playing better ball than I thought they would today for me.
Yeah.
one score, and LE's, they're still in the game right now. They're down 11, but if they score another touchdown after halftime, that's got to give them some confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and
Go ahead.
Atlanta hasn't had a weak schedule by any means. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like they really are kind of probably
Yeah, they
evenly
played a
matched.
tough
and
schedule.
It could be an interesting second half.
So here, I was talking to somebody over there. I was like, did they attempt 3 field goals a minute ago? Is that what I saw? Or was it 2?
I think it was
It was
2.
two.
Couple
Was
of
it two?
penalties.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see the kicking game doing well after that first week. Sergio's playing really well on both sides of the football.
Yeah.
Bruce is tearing it up in between the tackles. I saw Ben kind of on that fumble earlier. He just got a little bit too far outside the pocket. Thanks, but can't question his judgment at all on anything. So second half, 24-0. I'm assuming they kind of got the wheel broke at Gladewater. I mean, do you think this thing just gets out of hand?
I mean, you have to, like I say, I'm still going full throttle because it's 24-0. That's not a lot. If
Yeah.
you score early, you can score twice in the third and then score early in the fourth.
I think it gets out of hand, but I think it gets out of hand pounding the football. I mean, I think they're going to score 2 or 3 more touchdowns on the ground.
Okay. So we just got an update. Landon Jackson is okay.
Good.
Nothing serious at all. He may even play in the second half if they need him. So that's really good news because it did kind of look bad earlier. Big time. Defense needs
He's
him.
got them long legs, man.
Yeah, that long leg. Yeah,
Now that changes the whole second half right there.
Yeah.
The fact that he might potentially go back in.
he does affect every play. But I saw when he was out. I mean, Marcus Burris just like kind of picked up, where he's left off because he's as good in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tonight, for some reason, it seems like more players are playing both ways. Does it seem like? Because I've never seen Mark Burris on offense.
I've never seen him on offense
side.
either, but
I've seen Landon come in maybe on goal line or
See.
something like that, but he caught a pass earlier, so it's. I guess
huh.
they're pulling all the tricks out the bag. tonight.
Offensive line is playing really well. I don't know if y'all been watching them, but the push
Defensive
they're
line.
getting, man, we know the defensive line. It's going to be hard to contain, Offensive line, it's like every week the more we watch them, the better I think they're just getting,
Well, another thing I've noticed, man, Coach Gibson seems to throw something different at the teams every week. You can't put your finger on what they're going to do.
Yeah, they have great coaching staff. And like you said, they're coming out different scheme. They're throwing the ball.
Well, they have. Well, especially the last time we saw Pleasant Grove was the first week, and I felt like they didn't really throw it much at all. And that might have been have something to do with what the defense that Paris was giving them. They wanted to run it, but I think I mentioned to someone, I was like, it seems like the quarterback is way more involved with the passing game.
You
More this
should have
week.
been here last week.
Yeah, she mentions to me, and I was like, well, you should have saw it last week.
Yes.
He couldn't miss. He came out like early fourth quarter. He could have potentially had another one. So it's crazy.
Well,
I think
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You
No,
can
no,
say
no,
your.
you're fine.
I was just gonna say the question of the night is, do you ladies think Gilmer's gonna make the comeback against Carthage? They're still in it, 17-6.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's-
I think that.
Competitive.
Yes.
They're gonna be
I mean,
competitive.
That's where you
Gilmer
wanna
is
be.
Gilmer is not going to lay down whatsoever. They are going to fight in the second
Yeah.
half.
Well, that Marshall score went to half last week at like, I don't know, 14-6 or something. And then they ended up just blowing it out on Marshall late. Which, speaking of Marshall, by the way,
Yes,
kind of sending prayers out to their school. They had a player pass this week, I believe, an automobile accident, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Hayden Blaylock.
Yeah, so shout out to them. It's hard times. Seems like it happens every year, it seems like, somewhere.
The Marshall community's had a really difficult time the past 2 years with losing athletes and just students from car accidents. So it's heartbreaking to see, and certainly send our prayers and our thoughts to that
Absolutely.
community.
Yeah. Growing up a Lobos fan, we always have that itch with Marshall, but I never want to hear something like that.
A life
But-
gone too soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like PG's getting ready to take the field again. Maybe not. There's about 6 minutes left. My
Hey,
bad.
can I mention one thing
Yeah.
that I thought was interesting? It seemed like at times Pleasant Grove was going so fast on offense, their tempo was so fast that the officials had to slow them down. Like there was officials standing in front of the center and saying, nope, you got to wait until the defense is set to begin. And that's how much of a machine Pleasant Grove is at this point.
It's always awesome to watch because they want to come out and they're going to give you a wing tee look, but it's so quick. If somebody's trying to adjust to be on a specific person, it's just not going to work the way they do it.
That's like I've watched PG the past, three games we've seen them. You can have good players, but it takes more than a good player to beat this team. You've got to have a great team, a great offense, because they just play so well together. So if you're not playing as a team, it's going to be hard to beat Pleasant Grove.
I mean, you can see the kind of the genuine camaraderie and love that they have between each other, and they really just love playing together.
Yeah.
Come here, dude. Come here real quick.
Come around.
Walk around backside here.
Here, let me get up the side.
No, I got him.
Got a special
Come here,
guest.
Come here. You want to get on the show? You don't want to be on the show?
He got camera shot.
Oh, man.
No, I'm done.
You can walk around that way now. You sure you don't want to be on? No, we ain't big time enough. Where's Bo when we need him?
Right?
Oh,
Bo had me rethinking my career.
how is Bo good at everything? You see that picture they posted of him this week?
Working out.
This kid we had him on the show last week, and when we first moved to Texarkana, he lived across the street from him. His name's Bo. And it's like the craziest thing. This kid's good at everything. He's like, they're taking glamour shots of him in the gym. He's like, I don't know how old he is. He's just a kid. It's like,
Glamour shot.
yeah, I don't.
Like his parents are?
Look,
No,
I'm-
he was like sitting on something.
It's
But
like
it was a
he
cute
had
picture.
just got done working out and he was breathing hard. Let me find this picture.
You can tell
Look at
he's,
this.
he's next in
Look at
line.
this. Come on, look. Is
The
his
next
parents
athlete
cheating?
in line.
Oh man.
Instagram worthy right
Yeah. Wearing his game day shirt.
That That's awesome.
Anyways, so we're getting kind of close. Second half, about 4 minutes remaining. What other teams have we not covered?
We've been through a lot of them,
Yeah, I feel like we've covered just about everyone.
and everybody's still at halftime,
Time.
except for, well, Chapel Hill
Well, I guess since
and
we got
Bullard.
real quick, so I'm going to be at the Cowboys game Sunday. Do you give the Dolphins any chance?
Yes.
I give them
They
0.
just signed Taco Charlton. That gives them a chance. He's going to come out there.
They
he's
signed
gonna
the guy
play.
that the Cowboys
He's gonna
released,
play
and
with
that's gonna
some
put 'em over.
rage and some
I'm just hoping
controlled
they win
energy.
the game because I think they're horrible, man.
Oh, they're tanking on purpose. Got to be tanking on purpose.
That's one of the worst teams I've seen in a while. They're
They put
bad,
3
man.
points up in 2 football games.
Yeah.
You know, I saw Antonio Brown got released this afternoon.
He was sending threatening messages. What was it?
Dude, he's crazy. I don't. Something has happened. He used to not be like that. You know when he came to Longview this summer?
No, I did not know this.
Yeah, he was in Longview with Trenton Williams.
Did he have on his meat coat?
The basketball game he always throws to raise money.
Bobby Taylor and
Big
them?
deal. Yeah, all the athletes come to
So
it.
who do you think? What team do you think is going to be willing to pick him up?
I don't think
I think
anybody.
Nobody.
Anybody going?
It'll be after. If
Oh, yeah,
all
the
this
Patriots-
blows, you know, if he's acquitted or doesn't get in trouble for it, then he may have a chance of being signed. But until then, nobody will touch him.
Yeah.
It ain't
think-
helping his cause. The thing, other stuff.
I don't know.
doing.
Well, he's already left the Raiders.
Yeah, he just left.
I know that.
Yeah. I don't. The Patriots know something more than we do, obviously, because he wasn't even available to media after that football game.
No, I think he
so they
just
knew
left
right
to
after
avoid
He
questions.
did. He
And then it
left
came back
himself.
this
I
week.
mean,
They
but
had him.
release him?
They had him
released
scheduled
him
to play
because they
this
found
week.
messages.
A couple
He's
days
been-
ago, I saw it on TV and it said he's set to play. But I think it came out that he sent some text messages or something,
Really?
or some threats or something, and some kids' pictures or something like that. And they just said, you know what, we're going to wash our hands of it. And I don't blame them for it.
You know who needs him? Miami. Miami
Definitely not.
needs him.
They have Taco Charlton. Whether it's a Jack in the Box taco or a Taco Bell taco, we'll see on Sunday.
Oh, you know who else? Jacksonville.
No.
Oh, they could go to the 49ers. He'll fit right in.
How about that new Jacksonville quarterback, though, man? He is
That got something else, isn't he?
They said he come out in warm-ups the other day and did his stretches in his jock strap.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Only
Wow.
in his jock strap.
He's been playing good, though.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, where
he
is he
talked about-
from?
He played
went to
for
Washington
Mike
State.
Leach, yeah.
Washington-
Went to
okay.
Washington
Oh
State.
my goodness. That makes sense now.
What I like, but here's the thing that I liked about him. He had a press conference and he said, this may be the only chance I get. And he said, I've got to do everything to take this moment in or whatever. And that's the way it is. Yeah, you
See,
get
I
one
was
chance.
watching the first game when Foles went down, and man, he come in calm, cool, collective. He started off like 23 for 26. I was like, whoa, who is this kid?
Huh.
I watched him last night too. I think they found a starter.
So I must say, I don't watch a lot of professional sports, but I saw the interview because I know that Eli Manning was benched this week with the Giants, and I was really impressed with his interview and his
Who's Daniel
present-
Jones?
Yes,
Yeah.
for the
We
starter.
got a boy here, Jackson Cobb.
My
give us
guy.
a down low. So what's about to happen right here? Is Coach going to start throwing the ball over and over, or is he going to slow it down and just run the ball?
Well,
Give us the inside scoop.
I've been tired of calling
Once again,
plays
I now see
all
the
first
end of the
half.
second quarter.
I think we're going to
Is
air
there
it
the reason
out.
we only have
Where's
24
the
points?
license plate?
I'm sorry.
CK.
Well, it's usually us as a unit, our offensive coaching staff.
Chevrolet
But
HR.
you know, I've been suggesting stuff, but you know, Coach Gibson doesn't listen to me.
You know why this team came out and played so great tonight? It's because those guys carrying those flags motivate you
To
guys.
be specific,
I heard all
Marshall Cox said that the only reason Pleasant Grove is winning is because they carry them flags out there.
I think it's got a lot to do with
You
that.
know, Marshall's got a signature walk. Walks really wide with the suitcases. But
That's great.
they definitely play a big part. I'll give them some credit. Just because they're funny when they
He
run.
said it was 70-30, 70 them,
70
30
them.
the football.
How do you feel your team's played this first half?
Dude, I told Coach Gibson that we were going to come out fast, and he was like, really? And I was like, of course, watch.
Yeah.
And then 21 points in the first half, or first quarter, actually. And he was like, oh, you're right. I was like, yeah, usually am.
So coming out after halftime, do you go full throttle and keep it full tilt, or do you scale it back a
We
little
know you got
bit?
some
Right.
inside information, so
We're going to keep me on full tilt. 4 touchdowns, probably 52 points.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Hey, tell us about your surgery. How'd it go?
They went good. I had to do a quad graft, so I put screws in my leg, and they're like,
You gonna be back to cover you for baseball season?
I'll be back. I'm already walking. I walked yesterday.
Well, I mean,
Don't rush it. Just be careful.
yeah.
I'm getting back as soon as I can.
We'll let you back with your team. I'll run a post game. All right, so let's go back to football. I think I'm good.